advocating for the sustainable economic success of the greater Clinton region. Grow Clinton This Morning, a program in partnership with KROS.
Well, Sarah is in, and it's been a while for Sarah. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
So you were scheduled for Labor Day, so
Yes.
you got out on that one.
Yes.
But,
Yep.
And you were I thought you were there for a couple months. You say it's been 5 months
It's
now.
been 5 months. Yeah. May 12th is when I started. And, I took the first couple weeks, the first couple months to just really put myself in the Grow Clinton culture and back into the community because, I was in Quad Cities working. And now I feel like I've been here forever. And
Well, that is good to hear.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It's quite a group that you've got down there at Grow Clinton.
Yes.
You did lose Ashley, so you're
did.
looking to fill that position yet.
We are, yes, and I know that interviews for that position are going to be taking place in the next few weeks, so that's super exciting. We've got a lot of great applicants. It's always good when you have too many. So really excited to see who lands that position.
Again, it's a small but strong core down there at Grow Clinton.
It is.
I would imagine because you work so closely together, you always get the opportunity to talk.
Yeah.
But I suppose you do have a meeting once a week where you kind of line things up.
We do, and actually after I leave here, right at 10 is when we're going to start, and it's kind of a meeting for everybody because, we are a small team, but every single person owns their own aspect. So for me, it's tourism, and no one else is doing tourism, so those Monday meetings are a chance for us to kind of reconnect, let each other know what's going on, and then go over our stacked calendar for the next 2 weeks.
So tell us a little bit about tourism. How's it been going for
Yeah.
you?
It's been great. When I had first started the position, my position was vacant for almost a year, and so social media kind of slid. There wasn't new partnerships going on. It was just kind of stagnant. Granted, Grow Clinton did a great job of keeping tourism alive while that position was vacant, but now we're kind of taking it and we're putting it all together. So like I said, in the summer, we were just trying to reignite community pride, let our neighbors know what events were going on, get real photography of people having good times in Clinton, and now that summer's come to an end, we're focusing on fall. So now we're kind of expanding. We want more Iowans to know what Clinton has to offer, and then once we get to that, then we'll start looking at outside states and trying to bring those visitors in.
Now, you were telling me that you had a celebrity in town
Yes.
last week.
Yes.
Tell
Yep.
us about that.
Yeah, so, influencers on social media are super big. You can have one guy have 100,000 followers like the Iowa Gallivant did, who is the influencer we brought in. And those 100,000 followers can be anybody. They're not Clinton people, they're Iowa and outside. And so we wanted to bring people in who could showcase Clinton in the best spotlight. And so the Iowa Gallivant came. He's a food reviewer, blogger. He's got a website called the Iowa Gallivant, and we posted on Facebook last Monday, hey Clinton, where are your favorite places to eat? Where should someone that's visiting Clinton stop to eat? And we had 150 comments, Rastrelli's, Candlelight, Old Town, Vitali's, all of those great, staples that we have here. And so he went and tried all these places. I don't know all of the specific ones he tried, but he tried all the big named ones. And he's going to be posting them on social media as the time comes. And he's already got 2 up. He stopped at Candlelight for lunch, and he went to Sweetheart Bakery for breakfast. Those videos are up on his socials, and people love it.
So how do these videos, I'm sure you've probably seen the videos.
Yes. Yep.
So, is he there telling about what he's eating?
Yep.
Talking to the owners, visiting with people at the establishment?
Yep.
What's it all look like?
Yeah, he is such a good, entertaining guy. He literally sits down, he orders whatever he feels he needs to order. Of course, I gave him some pointers, make sure you get the Chicken George, those types of things, and he just puts the camera there. I think his wife might record for him, but he just talks about what's in front of him. He talks a little bit about the history, if it's applicable, and he eats it and he tries it, and it's just entertaining. And even if you are across the country and you have no reason to visit Iowa, you're still watching his videos because he is an entertaining guy.
I would imagine the one with Sweetheart, the Thorntons, that's a family-run business, 3rd or maybe even now into the 4th generation.
Yeah, 1950 is when Sweetheart was started, so had to make sure he went there. I don't think he got a cookie, though, and I really wish he did because those are the best. But he did run out of time, coming on a Tuesday and Wednesday. There's places that aren't open on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so he did say he will come back. He might be working with the casino on some new partnerships, and so he's going to be back. I know he wants to try Copper Mill. And I'm going to make sure he gets that Sweetheart cookie because that's my favorite thing.
Yes.
I love going in there and seeing. I know I'm 27 years old, but I like picking out my shape and design and what animal I'm gonna get. So he needs to do that too.
Our grandchildren love those cookies. So whenever
good.
we go visit them, we have to
Yeah.
bring them some cookies.
Yeah.
No doubt
Yeah.
about that. So how'd you find out about this guy?
I did some research. So actually, Andy knows him from way back in the day. They worked together early, oh gosh, had to have been like 2015, 2016. They met in Iowa City, and some weird story about arm wrestling and the Philippines and just all this jazz. But I was doing my own research, so I didn't know they knew each other. This was after the fact that it came to light. But just seeing who in Iowa has a large following, diverse following, is it someone like him who has a lot of adults, family oriented people who aren't really looking for that luxury travel, they just want good food, things that make them feel good, and so that's how I found him. He's got 100,000+ followers on Facebook and other socials as well. Looking outward though, as we, he's an Iowa based influencer, but we want to get some of those other people too. So what I do is I look at who has the most followings, what type of content are they posting, do they resonate with what Clinton has, and then price range too. You can get someone on the $500, that's all it costs to get someone, and some people want to charge you $5,000 just for one video. It's not really who we're looking to partner with, but the opportunity's there.
That is amazing.
Isn't it?
So if people, they're listening to, and again, we're talking with Sarah of Grow Clinton. If people are listening and they would like to view this, how can they access that?
Yeah, go on our social media. Visit Clinton, Iowa on our Facebook is the most up-to-date platform that I keep updated. It's going to have all those reels from the Iowa Gallivant, future influencer partnerships too. We'll have, and then just all the events coming up. We're very fortunate to have a community where people want to start events on their own, and so that is the best way to make sure you know everything that's going on in Clinton.
That is amazing.
Yes.
So again, tourism.
Yes.
People, probably don't think tourism is important in Clinton and Iowa, but it certainly is, especially
is.
with us having the Mississippi River on our front porch.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So that's got to be big. So I would imagine you're probably getting with other tourism people and trying to learn a little bit more about what you're doing for Grow Clinton.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely someone who believes in collaboration. I will never presume to be an expert on Clinton or the best practices, and so making sure that I'm connected with people is important to Grow Clinton. This week I'll be going to Rock Falls, Illinois for a kind of tourism meetup to see how those Illinois towns are doing. And a few months ago I talked about going to Chicago for a conference that was international. This is more of those small towns like Clinton, 25,000 people or less, downtown historic main streets, those types of things. So this week I'll be going to that. And then in a few weeks, I'll be going up to Dixon. There's another Main Street downtown conference going on where I'll be learning and connecting with those small town people just to see how they're revitalizing their communities and seeing what we can bring back to Clinton as well.
Yeah, it's interesting that we are kind of like a bi-state area. The Mississippi separating Iowa and Illinois, but we have a lot in common.
Yeah, and even with the Iowa Gallivant, the influencer we brought in, I told him he should stop at Manny's because it is right across the river. And some people see that state line and they're like, oh, that's another state, that's so far away. It's a minute drive to go from downtown Clinton to downtown Fulton. So there's lots of partnership there. We can learn a lot from each other. We do work with Fulton too. Back in the day, just even a year ago, we managed all their tourism. And now, they're employing their own person and they're growing in their tourism aspects too. But we don't see it as competition. We see how can we work together,
You're from Comanche, right?
I'm from Comanche.
What about your hometown?
I know, Comanche, I love Comanche. We have those staple events, Party in the Park, all of the parades and things like that. We do work with Comanche as well to see what we can do. Comanche Days pulls in a ton of people every year. And being, we don't have a carnival like that in Clinton right now. We work together. You got to include all the small towns. I'm from Comanche. I consider myself from Clinton too. So yeah, we work together.
All right. People want to find more information. Once again, best way to do that, Sarah?
The Visit Clinton, Iowa page. We also have the website, growclinton.com/visiting, or you can give me a call.
Really appreciate it. It was quite interesting today. Thank you.
Yes.